Rings, 9 members make up the Fellowship of the what?
The Ring.
Correct. Used mainly for making pasta, durum is a variety of which grain?
Wheat.
Correct. A Canadian-born author, model and disability advocate is Tara who?
Banks.
Reed.
Moss. Claus is a mascot of which Western Sydney-based NRL team?
Belmo.
Pass.
Panthers. In which 2022 film does Paul Dano play the Riddler?
Not so good so far.
Pass.
The Batman. Torremolinos is a Mediterranean resort town in what country?
Italy.
Spain. In Australia, how many months in autumn have 31 days?
Pass.
2. The Grevy's zebra is native to which continent?
March and May.
Africa.
Correct. Which 60s TV sitcom first featured sisters Billy Joe, Bobby Joe and Betty Joe?
Petticoat Junkie.
Correct. Beginning with G, in what branch of medicine do geriatricians specialise?
Geriatrics.
Correct. Established in 1974, the Cable Car Museum is in which Californian city?
San Francisco.
Steve, well done. $10,000. That is a really good hit. If you left, that is a 3-step head start.
Here we go.
2 minutes
The main
on the
game.
clock. Hands on buzzers now. Best of luck, team. Your final chase starts now. A common 2-word Australian road sign is give what?
Way.
Way.
Correct. The European Space Agency is headquartered in which French city?
Paris.
Paris.
Correct. The second US Vice President was Thomas who?
Steve.
Jefferson.
Correct. Mrs. Jellyby is a character in which Dickens novel?
Nicholas Nickleby.
Bleak House.
Correct. Chester Bennington was lead singer of rock group Linkin what?
Steve.
Park.
Park.
Correct. What is the next Australian naval rank above commander?
Ken.
Admiral.
Captain. In video gaming, APM commonly stands for actions per what?
Minute.
Ken.
Minute.
Correct. In which Australian state is Goldfields Highway?
Ken.
Victoria.
Western Australia.
Correct. What 2-word Latin term is a common
Kalgoorlie.
synonym for an autopsy?
Postmortem.
Ken.
Post-mortem.
Correct. An emperor of India, Ashoka, was a patron of which major religion?
Ken.
Hindu.
Hinduism.
Buddhism.
Wow.
In which European country is the Puendo Desert?
Ken.
Spain.
Poland. The ingri is a species of which Madagascan primate?
Ken.
Lima.
Correct. A brewing company, Heineken, is headquartered in which Dutch city?
Ken.
Amsterdam.
Correct. An old adage states, one man's meat is another man's
Ken.
what?
Poison.
Poison.
Correct. Unguarded is a memoir by NBA legend Scotty who?
Steve.
Pippin.
Correct. Brightonian means a resident of which English seaside
Brighton.
resort?
Brighton.
Correct. Which ocean borders the west coast of the USA?
Ken.
Pacific.
Pacific.
Correct. A poem by William Butler Yeats is titled The Second what?
Ken.
Coming.
Correct. The Sea of Nectar is a feature on which natural satellite?
Ken.
The
Moon.
moon.
Correct. Some Enchanted Evening was a hit song for Perry who?
Como.
Steve.
Como.
Correct. In which country was the toy company Mattel founded?
USA.
Steve.
USA. Correct. Formerly worn by the Queen is Britain's imperial state what crown? Wow. Very, very impressive. Monique, fantastic support from you. It was all about the emotional support. Well done. 21 steps. That is a fine run at the final chase.
That was an excellent performance. I knew I was in trouble when Ken was getting Bleak House, one of the more obscure Dickens novels, and then he's getting questions about video gaming as well.
Yeah, there was a good
Alright, it's
answer
gonna
about
be an
Dixon.
exciting final chase,
Dickens.
and it continues right after these news headlines.
Larry, next, royal tears
Bleak
for the
House,
Queen
yeah.
as billions watch around the world. Workers forced to flee city buildings over a trolley bomb threat. Exclusive, a Victorian MP opens up on the fight of her life.
A weight is lifted by being able to talk about it.
A warning for petrol stations as fuel tax cuts run out. Victoria's tough stand on mask mandates. Pension changes taking effect today. See what took down a US fighter jet in seconds. Inside one of Melbourne's most expensive homes. And Buddy's big decision as grand final fever builds. The latest from Geelong live. 7 News is next.
Thank you to the newsroom for that. 21 steps the difference. Sharky is going to have to be at his absolute best. Chaser, are you good to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, it is time for the final chase. Try and build up your final chase. Starts now. The word cabaret is taken from which European
French.
language? Correct. The film Notting Hill features the song Ain't No What?
Sunshine.
Correct. Honi Soit is the student paper at which Australian university?
The University of Sydney.
Correct. At which major English regatta is the Diamond Sculls an event?
Henley.
The Henley.
Correct. The golden twanger is a species of what noisy insect?
A cricket.
Stop the clock. The
Cicada.
golden twanger is a species of what noisy insect?
We're picking cicada, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cicada, Larry.
Cicada is right. Good pushback. Nice and early. Well done. Jason needs 18, 1:35 on the clock. And your time, Sharky, restarts. Now, in motor vehicles, DCT stands for dual clutch what?
Transmission.
Correct. The Palazzo Venezia Museum is in which European country?
Italy.
Correct. Which Formula One team changed its name to Alpine?
Renault.
Red Bull.
Stop the clock. Which Formula One team changed its name to Alpine?
Renault, maybe?
So it's a recent one.
It's such a car as a Renault Alpine, so.
One starting with A or something like that. It's all yours because
This is Legio or something. I'll go Renault.
a recent one.
Yeah, we'll go with Toro Rosso.
Renault.
Yeah.
Renault is where we're going. 1:20 on the clock now. Chaser needs
I
16.
used to drive the damn
And your
things.
time restarts. Now, what term for a deep gorge is often preceded by box or slot?
Ooh. Ravine.
Canyon.
Correct.
Ah.
Delta Dawn was a 70s hit for Helen who?
Ready.
Correct. Which African country does runner Joshua Cheptegei represent?
Kenya?
Kenya.
Stop the clock.
No.
Which African country does runner Joshua Cheptegei
Not him
represent?
in Ethiopia.
In Ethiopia or
Yeah.
one of the East, yeah.
Yeah, that's where marathon runners usually come from.
Uganda.
Oh, yeah, well, that's
Uganda,
another
102 on the
East
clock.
African one.
Chaser needs 14.
Yeah.
And your time restarts now. A famous active North American volcano is Mount St. Helens.
Helens.
Correct. In Botticelli's artwork Primavera, who aims a bow and arrow?
Cupid.
Cupid.
Correct. Paphophobia is the irrational fear of which religious leader? Correct. The name of a Marvel Comics anti-hero is Morbius the Living What?
Pass.
Stop the clock. The name of a Marvel Comics anti-hero is Morbius the Living What?
Yeah. The devil. Okay.
We'll go with Devil, Larry.
Vampire.
Of course.
Vampire. Chaser needs 11. 42 on the clock. Your time restarts now. Which North American country has the internet domain .ca?
Canada.
Correct. Somebody's Land is a book co-written by AFL star Adam Who?
Goods.
Yeah.
Correct. In astronomy, TNO stands for Trans-Neptunian what?
Object.
Correct. What item of men's clothing commonly has French cuffs?
The shirt.
Correct. Kryptonite was a hit song for the band Three Doors what?
Down.
Correct. The British Longhair is a breed of what domestic pet?
Cat.
Dog.
Correct. Eagle Street Pier is a precinct of which Queensland city?
Brisbane.
Correct. Razor blade mogul Gillette had what regal first name?
King.
Correct. The debut novel by Celeste Ng is Everything I Never Told Who?
You.
Correct. Loch Orr is the longest freshwater lake of... Correct. That is one of the closest games we've had in a long, long time. Bryden, great chasing. You got to 20 right there.
Yeah, I'm just annoyed I didn't look at the clock earlier. I thought I had more time. Well played, guys. It was a very good effort.
Wow, that was a terrific, terrific game. Congratulations, $34,000.
Thank you.
Well done. Lovely to meet you all. That was a great game. We look forward to your company next time, right here on The Chase.
Tonight, billions watch on as the Queen is laid to rest in a sad farewell, the royals fighting back tears. Streets packed as mourning for the monarch brings a kingdom together. A terrifying explosive scare